Page 112, Summer Mountain Rain. With this lesson, they're introducing whole steps. I've already told you about whole steps. Because you remember what half steps are. That's the next note up or down on the piano. Here to here is a half step. Here to here is a half step. It's the next note down, white or black. That's a half step. A whole step is two halves. So it's a whole, a half and a half, that makes a whole. A whole has one note in between, white or black. Whole, whole, that's a whole. Whole, that's a whole step because it's got one note in between. Those are whole steps. Okay, so much for that. Let's talk Summer Rain here. It is 4 lines, 5 lines long. Okay, looks like a mess. But we'll clean up the mess. It's all right. I'm going to take both hands at the same time because it's just one hand or the other playing most of the time. At the beginning, the left hand is playing, but you got to figure out what the notes are. Well, you spell out the notes. Spell out the chord. Start with the bottom note, figure it out. Well, the first note, the bottom one, is 2 ledger lines below the staff. 1 ledger line is an E, 2 ledger lines is a C. And you really need to know these notes eventually. That's a C, and the note right above it is a D. So those are Ds. The first one has an 8VA under it. That means you go down an octave. So instead of here, you go here. And then here. I guess this is the thunder. Okay. And then the whole note, you're up here. So you're playing the same notes in different octaves. Now, if you have a short keyboard, just use the lowest ones you have. That's close enough. So it's here, here, and here. And they're half notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Of course, you got to look down at the keyboard for this. That's fine because you're moving around. So the first line there, that's all that is these notes twice. All right, so we got that mess figured out. Then the measure 5, it's 8th notes up here. 1 and 2. This is the rain, I guess. And measure 7, you're doing this mess again. And then measure 9. You see the stems in the 8th notes. The first 2 8th notes of stems go down, and the next 2 8th notes stems go up. This is how some publishers will do it to help you tell you which hand is playing it, because both hands are playing here. The left hand, they have LH and RH to help you out. That's okay, we can do that. Left hand's playing the first one, it's one at a time. And then the right hand does that. So both hands together here, and then measure 10, you're doing here, you're up here. And then measure 11, you're up here. Same notes in different octaves. And then we have this, okay, spell out the chord. Well, it's the same notes you've been playing. It's a C, remember the AVA above it? The notes are written here, C, D, F, G, A. So the same notes we just played, but AVA sends you up here. Okay, so start at measure 10 again. We're here, and then AVA up here, and then here. Okay, and measure 13, you're still AVA. It's in parentheses. You don't normally still get that. All you get is the dotted line. You're AVA for as long as that dash line. As long as that line is there, you stay 8VA. So you're up here, and it's all right hand then. Until measure 15, when you C and G or C and D again down here, but it has an 8VA under it. So you go down here. And then measure 16, well, spell out the chord. It's an F, a G, an A, and a C, with an 8VA above it, so we're up here. And the last measure, same notes, but it has a 15 MA. That means 2 octaves from where it's written, because 8 and 8 is 15 in music, in case you didn't know. So you simply go up another octave, here. You gotta kind of be looking ahead when you're doing music anyway, because you gotta have your hands in place and time. So at the beginning, it's just left hand, it's fine. And the right hand, just make sure you're here ready to go before you need to play that first 8th note. You can wait until, you can leave it on your lap if you want until you play measure 4, and then once you're doing that and you're waiting for measure 4 to finish, go ahead and get your right hand ready to go. And then as you're playing the 8th note, somewhere in there, you need to get your left hand back down here to get ready to play that. Here. And then for measure 9, you need to get right hand down here ready to go. So you're moving your hands ahead of time. Ahead of time? No. Before you need them there. Don't wait until, oh, I got to be here, it's too late. No. Look ahead. Think ahead. It's good training. Moving around a lot. This is one of those impression things where it's like program music, where it's depicting a story or a situation, and this is a rainstorm. So it's just 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. You just lift up and move. And then 5, 1 and 2. And going on, you're down here again. And then the 8th notes. Up here. Now I suggest, if it will help, don't have to, starting measure 9. Now here. To go on, you can go ahead and get your left hand up here ready to go if you'd like. And as you're playing this, you don't have to try and move both hands at the same time. You don't have to do that. I will move one hand at a time if I can, so it's... And then up here. The last line, you're down here. Here. So you get an idea, we're kind of painting a picture here in sound. Then we have the articulation, which really there isn't any, you pretty much connect it. The pedal's going to cover it all up anyway, so it's pretty much connected. Dynamics, well, it's loud down here, and when you get low on the piano, it gets loud by itself. You don't have to try real hard. You can play this more like moderately loud and it'll come out loud. Don't get really loud. Just, well, it's thunder, I guess. Let the wrist collapse a little bit on this. Don't pound on it. Just relax a little bit. And then soft. And then moderately soft. You're going to swell up and back down. See the hairpins? Moderately loud and back down, and then soft. And with the fermata, to hang on to that, there's no set time. What feels right, let it die away a little bit. And then go on with moderately soft. Measure 10, I'm starting moderately soft, go up a little bit. Now moderately loud. Loud. And then I'm moderately loud. Long hairpin, I'm going to go down to soft, but don't get soft until measure 15. So each of these will be a little softer. Get a little softer, soft, and then loud, sort of loud, soft. Yeah, I guess the rainbow comes out or something. That's sort of what it is. There's no fermata on the last one, but if you play that really soft, you don't have to worry about it. It won't last very long. You just let it die away. Yeah. Speed, moderately slow, and they give you metronome markings, and they always, or almost always, will give you a range, because like I said, there's no set, this is what it's got to be. Sometimes they do, and that's really not right. They should give you a range. This is somewhere in that area. You decide on how fast you want your storm to go. So the 8th notes, 1, those have to be controlled, they have to be even, so that might slow you down a little bit, it's fine. Now as far as the pedal goes, you put the pedal down, and in this case, I suggest you put the pedal down before you play it, because we want an explosion here. So just release the dampers immediately, and then play the note. And you hold the pedal down through the whole thing. In the end, the pedal, and I'm not going to show pedal if that's all they're going to do. You can do that. Just put the pedal down before you play it, and then just play the piece and hold the pedal down throughout. Everything comes up together. That's my feeling of it. Don't copy me. Get into it. Imagine a rainstorm with the thunder and the clouds and all. Yeah. And the sun comes out in the end and all that. Let's play this together slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do the louds and soft. And you can't really hear on the notes. You can't tell what notes I'm playing. But as long as it sounds reasonably the same, it's close enough. I'm not going to do any pedal because you can hear it better without pedal. So I'll give us 4 counts. We're just going to go real slow. Well, slow for me. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3. 4, hold, 2, 3, go on. 3 and 4 and. 3 and 4 and. 4 and. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Off.